Hello students, today I'm going to give you some really important tips and advice on how to build motivation when learning how to play the piano. The first major topic we're going to talk about today is that there is a level of commitment required when learning how to play the piano. You have to know this, especially in the beginning, because you may think that you won't have to put any time towards it, or you can put less. And now don't get me wrong, you will have limited time to spend on the piano, but keep in mind that it will take some regular practice to really get anywhere. If you want to noodle around, learn a song or two, it doesn't require that much commitment. But if you want to learn piano long term, just know that it's going to take at least a few minutes, hopefully, out of your day. And then remember, from a lot of the other videos I've mentioned, that it's better to practice a little bit, every day or almost every day consistently, than it is to practice a few hours just once or twice a week. Now, if that's what your schedule permits, then you can do it that way. But it's better to practice a little bit over a long period of time. So just keep in mind that not only time, but focus, and it takes perseverance to learn piano. So it takes an internal commitment. It really has to be something that you want to do. And actually, for a lot of us to discover that, you really have to learn piano first. You learn it for a few months, and then you just kind of make the decision. Is it something you want to continue with? Is it something that really gets you going? Maybe you need a new teacher, though. That is a possibility as well, or take a different approach. So don't give up too easily, but like I said, a few months in, you'll kind of have an idea on whether or not it is for you. So some tips I have on commitment include using a timer, and log your practice and progress. So you want to write down the date, duration of your practice, your goals, and what you've accomplished. And you want to do this every time you practice to ensure you're spending that time regularly at the piano. So this is really just to help keep you in check, saying, okay, I've been spending the time on the piano. I haven't been kind of just sorting it out in my head, and then maybe not spending as much time as you think. So if you chart it out, you'll be much better off, especially in terms of achieving your goals. Let's move on to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is believe in your ability to get better. Now, when you try something new, do you get it right the first time? Well, probably not. Now, I know we've seen the video of the little kids on YouTube playing Mozart sonatas. At least a lot of us have seen those. And you must think, oh, well, some people are born, good at music and some people aren't. Well, it's very true that very few people are born with an innate gift to learn music, but it doesn't mean that if you haven't been playing piano since you've been 4, that you can't learn at 17, that you can't learn at 40, or that you can't even learn at 60 or 80. You can learn piano really at any time, but just keep in mind that for 99.9% of us, we're going to have some struggles. It's not going to be something where we're just going to be able to put our hands on and play, and don't expect that. Set your expectations to be realistic, but believe in your ability to get better. So let's take a look. Okay, believe that you have the ability to improve with practice, and improve by learning from mistakes. Mistakes are a part of the experience, and they're a part of the experience for everybody. I think even really, really talented people run into mistakes and run into hardships when learning piano that they have to overcome, and you're no different. So just keep in mind that when you first start playing the piano, it's not going to sound perfect. It's not even going to sound even remotely close. So remember to just kind of set a base goal line in the beginning, just maybe learn some notes, learn to play a simple song, and then gradually work your way up to the things you want. But always believe in your ability to improve. You're not a static thing. You can evolve and you can change, although it's not that easy. But with perseverance and spending the right amount of time on the piano, that dedication, you will get better results. Okay, number 3 that I want to tell you about is that you need to understand that setbacks are a part of the process. So this goes along with the mistakes I was talking about earlier, but just keep in mind that you will run into periods where you will make a ton of progress on the piano, or a little progress, and then you'll think, oh, it's smooth sailing from here. Think again. You're going to run into some kind of topic, some kind of song, some kind of passage of music that's really going to drive you crazy, and you're going to feel like you've actually taken a step back in your ability to play. Not so. Setbacks are a normal part of the experience, like mistakes, and they can be overcome. And just keep in mind that almost everybody runs into these where you hit a slump when you're learning. Like I said, you're making good progress, and then all of a sudden you feel like you hit a wall, you can't get any better. And then sometimes it takes a little bit more commitment in terms of time to overcome that. But just keep in mind that, setbacks are a part of the process. You need to believe in your ability to get better because you can. And then, it really takes the commitment to solidify all this and, be able to overcome your challenges. So let's go on to number 4. Okay, number 4 is that some of the things you will learn will be fun. Like you'll learn a song that you love. You'll learn a type of technique that you really like. You'll learn a subject that you just really click with and really latch onto, but not all the time. Sometimes, some of the things you'll learn are not nearly as fun, but you have to learn them, which kind of segues into what we were talking about before, or segues from that. So students often want to jump right in and learn their favorite songs, like Moonlight Sonata, Third Movement, or something like that. And this isn't realistic because you really need to spend the time on the topics leading up to the things you want to play, or you really struggle to play songs, or you will really struggle to play songs that you want to play. So keep in mind that if you jump right in trying to learn a song that's way above your level, you're almost, even though you might be able to play a little bit of the song, you're basically wasting your time in terms of developing the skills. So if you're a younger student and you haven't been through a lot of life yet, just keep in mind that you really need to work your way up to things. You can't just, if you try something too complicated right away, you might not have as much success. So like I said, you want to break things down into smaller goals and work towards those larger ones. And then some examples of things that might not be as fun to learn are scales. Scales are really useful in developing hand coordination and proper fingering and things like that, and be able to sync up both hands at the same time. So that's an example of something you don't want to practice, at least most of us, but is something that's very beneficial. Other things, have to do with like music theory, learning to read music. I have written here. So this is a perfect answer to what we were talking about before. And then you also need to know about like steps, leaps, skips. There's a lot more to this list, but I'm just saying that those things that when you hear them, like music theory, some people automatically turn that off. Just open your mind up to it a little bit. You don't have to be a music theory master, but you do need to be proficient in music theory to be able to be a decent piano player. So you definitely do want to learn some music theory along the way. It'll also help you better understand exactly what you're playing. Number 5 is a bit of a short one, and it's very simple, but tell yourself, don't give up. It's only over when you say it's over. So if you're feeling defeated and you kind of feed into that, and you're telling yourself, oh, I just can't do it, I can't do this, I can't do that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That will be your future if you tell yourself that. So tell yourself the opposite. Tell yourself, I'm not going to give up. Setbacks are part of the experience. I can get better by trying again and again and again. I might fail again and again and again, but I believe in my ability to get better. So tell yourself all the things on the list. Even tell yourself some of the things I learn will be fun and some not so fun. So tell yourself good advice, but tell yourself, most importantly, not to give up. Okay, number 6, the last one, is think of what inspires you. Think about the reasons you started to learn piano in the first place. Is there a composer, artist, or songwriter that is inspirational to you? Is there a teacher you had, or a family member, somebody you love that really, or somebody you saw on TV even, that really inspired you to learn to play piano? You want to write these people down, by the way, and keep them in mind. And anytime you feel like you're straying from being motivated and being inspired, really go back and think about what inspired you to begin with. Listen to some recordings of your favorite artists. Look and learn about them as people and the lives and hardships that they had. And I find that by doing this, you will, reignite your inspiration again and again. And it's a very useful tool. So another thing that you can inspire you are future goals. Think about some things, envision yourself in that place of success, as they always say, and just work your way towards that. That's another great one. And then Rich says, very good question here about Rich, asks, sorry, I'm just getting everything adjusted here. Rich asks, how do you stay inspired if you're teaching yourself how to play. Well, think of, there's got to be a reason, Rich, that you started to play to begin with. Now, it might not be that you know a composer. It might not be that you know a teacher, though you do know one for sure. And it may not be basically any things I mentioned, but it might be something like you were a kid one time and you loved to play video games, which I know we both share that. The love of video games. So maybe, it's like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time that inspires you. Because I know you were playing that windmill song. At least I think that's the one it was. Earlier this week. So, it could even be something like a video game or a movie or like a type of music that you like. A lot of people, obviously we've had them on the stream, also say, I wanted to learn how to play piano because of Final Fantasy. I love those games, I love the music, and I wanted to play it on the piano. So even things like that can inspire you and keep you motivated. So, think about the types of things that you want to build up to and learn how to do. And if you've achieved all those, look for more. Think about some of the things that you really latched onto throughout your years. They don't necessarily have to be music related in any way. Like you like the movie Rocky. I love the movie Rocky. So why not learn, Mickey's theme from Rocky? And, that makes a lot of sense to me. So even if it's movies or things like that, pop culture, or books. Well, I guess books wouldn't be one. That would be kind of weird to learn a song out of a book. But those are the things you should think about. It doesn't have to be any of the things I mentioned in the beginning. It can be something that you just really latch onto. There has to be something. I know you do like video games. That's why I recommended that one. But there's got to be something out there that can inspire you. And there's got to be a reason that you're here right now. Okay, I have an assignment for you. So for your assignment, I want you to write down the 6 topics discussed in this lesson. If you can't list all 6, I'm not going to scroll back up. Watch through the video again, not just looking for the answers to these. I mean, you can do that if you want, but really listening to the lesson again and really taking to heart that these things are all connected together. So, what inspires you, and thinking about that can help you with the commitment you need to overcome your challenges. And I'm not going to give you the rest of them because I'm kind of giving you them here. But anyway, try to write down all 6 and put that list somewhere near where you practice to help re-inspire you and keep you on the right track towards being, being motivated to learn piano and music. Okay, I want to know in the comments of this video, if you're watching the recording or if you're in the live stream right now, what inspires you to learn piano? What inspired you in the beginning? Was it somebody that was close to you? Did you see somebody on TV, or YouTube that you saw and you were just like, wow, it blows my mind? Was it a teacher you had? Why are you here right now? What inspired you to come to this video and learn how to play piano? I really want to know in the comments, because if we share our experiences together, we can really learn together, and somebody might see your comment and it might really inspire them. They may think, oh, wow, that person really is great. Or, this type of music really is cool and it really does get me going. So let's help inspire each other and leave it in the comments, basically what inspires you to learn music.